And tonight, Nehemiah, the four chapters, and two in the Old and two in the New. And here we go with Nehemiah. He just returned. He's returning from captivity, and he's having to go to his king because he's the cupbearer to the king. That's a very important job. Can you imagine if the king gets poisoned? That's not good news. And so he had to take a sip of the wine every time before Nehemiah did. All right. So here we are in Nehemiah, the first chapter. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliah. Now it happened in the month of Chislev, in the 20th year, as I was in Susa, the citadel, that Hananiah, one of my brothers, came with certain men from Judah. Then I asked him concerning the Jews who escaped, who had survived the exile, who had escaped and survived the exile, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said to me, the remnant there in the province who has survived the exile is in great trouble and shame. The wall of Jerusalem is broken down and its gates are destroyed by fire. As soon as I heard these words, I sat down and wept and mourned for days. And I continued fasting and praying before the God of heaven. And I said, O Lord God of heaven, the great and awesome God, who keeps his covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandment, let your ear be attentive and your eyes open to hear the prayer of your servant, that I now pray before you day and night for the people of Israel, your servants, confessing the sins of the people of Israel, which we have sinned against you. Even I and my father's house have sinned. We have acted very corruptly against you and have not kept the commandments, the statutes, and the rules that you commanded your servant Moses. Remember the word that you commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you are unfaithful, I will scatter you among the peoples. But if you return to me and keep my commandments and do them, though your outcasts are in the uttermost parts of heaven, from there I will gather them and bring them to the place that I have chosen to make my place dwell there. They are your servants and your people, whom you have redeemed by your great power and by your strong hand. O Lord, let your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant and to the prayer of your servants who delight to fear your name, and give success to your servant today, and grant him mercy in the sight of this man. Now I was cupbearer to the king. You know, many people use Nehemiah as a motivational tool for businesses in the world, and we're going to find out why. Anyway, that's a good start of Nehemiah, and now we are turning to Daniel, and we are in the 9th chapter of Daniel. We do 2 in the Old and 2 in the New.